Welcome back into Mindset Mastery. We are here because we are discussing how to get away from sabotage and step into the success that you know you can be, that you deserve, that you're worthy of. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell if you haven't already, drop a like on this video, and comment if you have a thought or question you want to express. As soon as you find value from it, I want to hear from you. So drop that like as soon as you have your aha moment within this video today. Now, in Mindset Mastery, in specifically this week, we are talking about the impression of increase. We're talking about specific structure in doing a little bit more to become a little bit more, to think a little bit better so that we can have a little bit better. And when that compounds, you are what the masses call incredible because your belief system was always increasing. You now have the increase of life in your health, wealth, relationships, abundance, all the things. And if you want that, you've really got to pay attention to the homework that we've been discussing throughout these weeks, throughout these lessons of the Power Life script, of the shopping list, of burning your papers and actually replacing them. All the little pieces of the homework I hope that you've been doing, because that, although it might be silly at sometimes, is what separates you from the masses. It's what allows you to get away from conformity and step into the impression of increase. Today, we're going to talk about Wallace D. Wattles' book, a specific quote in his book, The Science of Getting Rich. If you work with me in the online space, you've heard me say this a bunch of times, and I hope the way I explain it today rings a little bit differently and a little bit more true for you. In his book, The Science of Getting Rich, he specifically says, successful people do not do certain things. Successful people do things in a certain way. I'll give you an example. You can have two brick and mortar shops. Let's say they're both hair salons, okay? They could be on the same street, they could charge the same prices, and yet one is completely successful, clients all the time, longevity, referrals, all the things. They have the best products, they have the best everything. They could be charging the exact same amount, have the same exact hours open, same street. And yet this salon over here, charging the same amount, same products, is not as successful. Why? Because successful people do not do certain things. Successful people do things in a certain way. And that certain way, as I've quoted before in this quote, inside of this playlist, there's a structure to it. There is a science to getting rich. There is. Wallace D. Wattles knows what he's talking about when he says that. It's not the first time I've brought it up. And the reason for that is because it is that important. I'm bringing it back to your recollection again. You could fill in any trait, any attribute inside of that sentence, and it will still be true. Impressive people do not do certain things. Impressive people do things in a certain way. Charismatic people don't do certain things. Charismatic people do things in a certain way. Wealthy people don't do certain things. Wealthy people do things in a certain way. Healthy people don't do certain things. Healthy people do things in a certain way. It's not just showing up to the gym and exercising. It's doing the routine in a certain way that creates a habit that gives you the result that you want. That stems for your health, that stems for your wealth, that stems for your relationships. Successful marriages don't do certain things. The people inside certain marriages do things in a certain way, right? Replace any attribute, any trait, any circumstance, and that sentence, that quote from Wallace D. Wattles will remain true. Now it's about you speaking your truth, figuring out which piece in your life you need to do something in a specific way rather than just doing things. If you found value from this, drop a like, drop a comment below if you want to express something, and we'll see you on the next video. With grace, Kirsty.